In the last video, I said I needed to replace my brakes. Well, in this video, I did. I didn't record it, but, well, you'll see.
Welcome back to the hangar. I've been busy. I filmed none of it, and I apologize because I received something in that box that replaced those. Yes, those. Those are my old wheels with the old drum brakes on the Puddle Jumper Floats, the ones that didn't hold. These are in like near condition. Apparently, the fellows at Puddle Jumper said that if they're in really good condition, that there are people who want to buy them. And I says, okay, I'll sell it. So it's got all the parts, cables, that kind of stuff. So I went away from the cable brakes to the hydraulic brakes for Puddle Jumper, and did a little bit of sanding on some little spacers to make them fit. But other than that, they're in. And I filmed none of it. My apologies. If you do have Puddle Jumper Floats with the cable brakes, the old style, not the new disc brakes, well, it's not hard. Okay, it's 3:30 now in the afternoon, and I got here at 10:30, but I took an hour out to help somebody unload an airplane and all that kind of stuff. So 4 hours, 4.5 hours. So let me just show you what it is here. Now, from here, you can't really tell much difference. But underneath, that's new wheels, and let's get a little closer. Yes, those are disc brakes. Now, they haven't been bled yet. And I've got the line coming up over here, drilled a hole through. Same thing on the other side. Now, in order to install these brakes, I had to remove my battery and a bunch of stuff here so I can gain access underneath here. There's the T-fitting. And let me change the orientation. There we go, that's upright. So there's the T-fitting from the two brakes. I just strapped it here to this tube. I didn't want it on the bottom. I wanted it somewhere where I could actually see it. And so it's over here. And then it is strapped to this tube here, which controls my elevator. And there is plenty of play there. Flip you over here. Plenty of play there, no problem. Let's go to the front. Pardon me for the rotten camera work. And come up here to the front, and then you can see it over here, the tube coming up and into the handle. And yes, it says Black Max. That's the manufacturer of the brakes. Of course, they don't hold anything because they are full of air. Have to bleed it yet. But that's the installation. So it is done. So I will have hydraulic disc brakes once this is finished. And that's all I've done all day today. Other than helping a friend unload an airplane off of a trailer, which is coming into the hangar. It's a scaled down size of a P-51 Mustang. I think they call it a T-51, I'm not sure. But fuselage is built, empennage is built, still needs to build the wings. So we're gonna be bringing that thing in here. Tomorrow I'm gonna have these brakes bled. And once the brakes are bled and I'm satisfied with that, then, and I swing the gear, making sure nothing binds. I've swung it a few times, lifted and that kind of stuff. There's no binding in any of the tubes or so on. Once I'm satisfied with that, it comes off the stands and we'll roll this out of the hangar, roll his airplane into the hangar, then roll this airplane back into the hangar, and yeah, I think you get the picture. So anyways, that's what I've been doing. It looks pretty cool there, you know, Black Max. You gotta love it when brakes have, or some part on your airplane has like a cool name like Black Max. Oh yeah. Am I a little over the top on that? Probably. Sorry. So that's it. That's what I've been doing today. Today is Saturday, and tomorrow is Sunday. And you'll be seeing this video on Sunday. What day is it? It's the 7th of June. So you guys are like right up to date with what's happening with this airplane. So anyways, yeah, that's what I've been doing today. The last 4.5 hours, somewhere around there, working on the new wheels and brakes. And they are now installed. And like I said, they just need to be bled. Surprisingly enough, the manufacturer says do not use brake fluid. Because, of course, we all know brake fluid is quite corrosive. I mean, it'll peel paint, that kind of stuff. They say that they use seals on this system that does not like brake fluid. So they said use ATF, automatic transmission fluid. Cool, I can get that anywhere. So I got to go and pick up a little container of ATF and a little tiny bottle with something that I can pour in because it doesn't take a lot. And then I gotta bleed these brakes, and that's usually a 2-person job, one at the brake and one at the lever. Squeeze, let go, and until it's purged, and you do the other side and back the first side, the other side, and until you're happy that there's no air in the lines, and you're done. And so that I think I'm going to do tomorrow. I was thinking of doing it today, but I'm alone here in the hangar and bleeding brakes alone. Yes, I know there are things you can get that will help you. They're one-way check valves. I've used them before, and they do work. But I don't have it here in the hangar. And the one that I do have is meant for car brakes, not these brakes. Much smaller fittings. So I don't have the fitting for that, anyways. So it's easy enough just to have a buddy. Squeeze the handle or turn the wrench or whichever. So that's it for today. Quick update. Boy, this is going to be a really quick update. Do I get a prize for that? Under 10 minutes? So thanks again for all the comments. Over 800 subscribers. Fine. Every week somebody else subscribes, and I do appreciate that. I certainly do. And leaving comments. Excellent. Thank you very much for everybody who leaves comments. I'm going to cut it short. And, I drained the fuel out of the fuel tank. One of the things, that 17-gallon fuel tank, US gallons, is 63 liters. When I drained it completely using the electric fuel pump and it was dry, the engine would have stopped. I then went to the sump and measured how much was left over that was unusable fuel. Surprisingly enough, it was 100 milliliters. If anybody's curious what's 100 milliliters, well, I got a measuring cup over here, and 100 milliliters is that line where it says number 1, which if you go to the other side is about between 1/3 and 1/2 a cup. That's not bad. So the fuel pickup point is actually quite efficient. Goes not to the very bottom of the tank. That's where there's a sump designed in those tanks for water. But when you are out of fuel, you only have like 100 milliliters left. Yeah, you're out of fuel. So that's good to know. I got 2 jerry cans sitting over there with fuel in it. That's going to go back into the airplane very shortly. And once it's back on our wheels, and we'll try the taxi testing again with the brakes. Until that happens, which might be next weekend, I will see you guys again here in the hangar. I might film us bleeding brakes. Really? Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. Again, thanks a lot. Playoffs, well, it's not playoffs, it's the finals. Finals are on right now. Yeah, go Edmonton. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Apologies to all my American friends, okay, go Florida. So anyways, you boys, if you're watching this, which you're not, but if you are, keep your stick on the ice. And I'll see you guys here in the hangar again. Bye for now.
If you watched to this point, leave a comment. I do read all of them. Thank you very much for subscribing and liking this video. Bye for now.